Hi everybody, welcome to This Week in Movie News, episode 26. Woo!
Crazy.
I'm Daniel, this is Anthony, this is Sebastian. Thank you all who watched the our Batman v Superman review. We got like 63 views or something.
Oh really?
Last week.
How exciting.
Epic. We got a couple of downvotes.
We'll be better next time. It was our first one. Go easy.
It's a very divisive film though.
Oh, okay. That's what I filmed there. Oh, their comments. True. Oh well.
So, we'll get right into it. So, for those who haven't joined us before, we talk about the week in movie news and talk about a couple of trailers. And the first bit of news we're going to talk about is Kingsman 2. Kingsman The Golden Circle is the title of Matthew Vaughn's sequel to Kingsman Secret Service. Out of an interview with Vaughn, there was some concept art released which shows the possible destruction of the Kingsman front. We also see the Statesman headquarters in America, which is the American branch.
Statesman.
As well as Julianne Moore's Poppyland for her character Poppy. And in the concept art, we get a look at what seems to be a car turned into a submarine.
Oh, it's very James Bond-like.
So there's been a bit of speculation about like the events that might happen. So they're saying like maybe Kingsman gets bombed. They go to see the Statesman over in the United States, where we meet Halle Berry's character, and the villain of the piece is Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
What do you think of Kingsman going to the States and not being in mostly in the UK area?
I think this is awesome. I gotta say a blanket comment. It's just so good to see. Because I love the first one. We all love the first
We
one.
don't get enough films in America.
No. It's not enough city. We don't know what America looks like. No, I just think it... Oh, I love that they're making a second one. The first one was a surprise hit. Because it was good. It was actually well done. And what's the director? What's his name?
Matthew Vaughn.
Oh, what a legend. Unbelievable guy. He can do some special stuff. And he did. And it was just... created this whole new quirky culture type genre of spy film, which I just love. And you eat it up. And Julianne Moore as a villain, I just think is awesome. She's hot stuff. And I think she's just awesome. And a female villain, which is awesome.
Yeah, the first one had a real taste of what old school British films had. Like the rock and rollers, train spotting, that kind of thing. Real funny humour. Really, real British. That's probably the downturn of, are they going to lose that going to America?
Yeah, Statesman.
But I don't doubt they're going to do a very good job with the second one. Very.
That just made fun of the Americans.
And the great title. I love it. Golden Circle. It just sounds like a second film. Sounds great.
It sounds like the porno sequel.
It sounds like that Skyfall thing, right? Like it's this hidden agency that we never heard about type deal, like the Golden Circle. You're assuming that's Julianne Moore's
like Sanctum. Yeah.
If the Statesmen are the American version of the Kingsman, then this would be the other thing. Now, I'm really excited for it. My only thing is that Matthew Vaughn has a tendency to pull out of his sequels kind of last minute. He was meant to shoot X-Men 3 before he pulled out of it. He was going to do X-Men Days of Future Past before he pulled out of it. Kick-Ass 2. He was going to do Kick-Ass 2, pulled out of it. So I hope he sticks with this one.
I hope he does, because when he pulls out of things, it kind of falls apart.
Yeah,
History tells us.
A little bit.
and I understand because he's a really creative guy. Like he does all these creative different projects. I just hope he sticks with it. I really do.
Well, going to America, it seems like a very much new, more ground to cover. Like there's more things to do, more different things. You know that you could go and do and see if you can actually pull it off.
And he even said in the interview that he can't do the church scene again.
No,
you can't do that kind of thing.
He's like, I have no reason in my mind to do another massacre scene, but he's like, I've got some other things planned. Which
that scene.
I doubt.
So good.
I reckon probably the biggest problem would be in the film is trying to get. This first one had really amazing British actors in it, and they're all dead. Like they're all dead. Spoilers.
Everyone's dead.
The first one, but they're all
except
gone.
Mark Strong, who will be returning.
Merlin. Maybe some extras, some more hidden ones we haven't
Judi
found
Dench's
out.
gonna make it. Judi Dench.
She's
He's gonna come back.
We've already got one person from the Bond, which is...
Oh, bring him back! I love it.
It'd be good.
Alright, so we'll move on to the second story of the day. So this week, Alex Garland, who directed Ex Machina, has cast his lead male in his movie Annihilation.
It's a surprising one.
Oscar Isaac, who worked with Garland on Ex Machina, will star along strong female actresses Natalie Portman, Black Swan, Jennifer Jason Leigh, The Hateful Eight, Tessa Thompson, Creed, and Gina Rodriguez from Jane the Virgin. Annihilation is a 2014 novel by Jeff Vandermeer. It is the first in a series of 3 books called the Southern Reach Trilogy. The book describes a team of 4, a biologist, an anthropologist, a psychologist, and a surveyor, who set out into an area known as Area X. The area is abandoned and cut off from the rest of civilization. They are the 12th expedition. The other expeditions have been fraught with disappearances, suicides, aggressive cancers, and mental trauma.
Jesus.
Oof. Now, do you think that's a little bit different from Ex Machina? But this is the same guy who also wrote Sunshine, and it feels a lot more like Sunshine than, say, Ex Machina.
Oh, yeah, I love Sunshine.
I love it.
I love it.
Because it was sci-fi out there, it was really, really well done. And when people watch it, it's a real surprise package. And you're saying Sunshine, it's like, side point. But this sounds really exciting, and it's exciting to be a studio put potentially a trilogy, in the hands of a guy that, did amazingly well with Ex Machina.
As his first film.
As his first film, debut.
And an odd subject, not like an Oscar-winning subject.
It sounds like a sci-fi western or something.
It's a niche subject. Really is.
And I wonder if it's going to be like big blockbuster, because it doesn't sound like it has to be, and therefore you can make it cheap, get a trilogy out of it, and hopefully make some money.
Or more like first Hunger Games blockbuster. It's kind of indie, but not.
But I like the fact, this is the first male lead in the film, maybe the only male lead, which is Oscar Isaac, who...
Well, there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
So he's hot
but
stuff.
there are 5 women also cast, so
That's right.
we don't know who's playing what, but, Natalie Portman,
It's good to see her in
Oh, that's exciting. It's exciting to see
film.
it.
Natalie Portman.
In one, it'd be like, obviously the girl in Ex Machina. What's her name?
Alicia Vikander.
Yeah, it's like having another small girl. Quite a small girl in that film.
Who can act so bloody
But
well.
then you get Jennifer Jason Leigh from The Hateful Eight, who got her Oscar nomination,
She's rising. She's going
and
strike to strike.
and then Tessa Thompson from Creed. You guys can more talk about Creed because I haven't seen Creed.
Is she the
And
budget
she's-
either?
yeah,
He's
she's-
the only one that's seen Creed.
She's insanely good.
Yeah, so
She's going. Oh, I tell. She's really good in that one.
and the last one is Jane, the Rodriguez girl from Jane the Virgin, who won a shit ton of Emmys and was being eyed for a bunch of Star Wars roles as well. She's been in a lot of rumoured circles for Star Wars movies and these big blockbusters. So
it sounds really, really interesting. And it sounds like in his alley that we've seen this kind of thing before in terms of his films.
The ones he's written, and then
and it makes you think you think you know what you're gonna go into, but obviously there's so much X.
Yeah.
What does X mean? It's an area called X.
Ex Machina. This is very exciting. I'm very excited.
It's basically SG1.
But the title, Annihilation, that's a huge title of the film. Who knows who's going to run with it? Is that the actual working title, or...?
Yeah, that's the title for that film, anyway.
I hope they have this good.
But it's interesting because they're not selling it like it's part of a trilogy.
No.
It's selling it like it's a one-off.
I hope they have the really awesome feels that his films have. Like Sunshine has a really unique feel, and then Ex Machina has another great feel about it.
28 Days Later, which he also wrote with Danny Boyle directing, same with Sunshine. But yeah, so you can already kind of tell the tone, and the cast is great, and a bunch of women in it too, which is awesome.
That's the real trend, though.
Yeah,
So
it's
a lot
good.
of women, mains, and cast. This is awesome.
And they're great women.
Yeah.
Like unreal potential as well.
Where's Kate? Where's Kate Blanchett?
Because Kate Wilson.
Should have been in it before.
Alright, so 3 trailers we're going to talk about this week. First one we'll talk about is Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Yes.
Trailer 3.
Mm.
I'll start off. Overly, I like the trailer. The song isn't doing anything for me.
Yeah.
Pink.
Interesting.
Because Pink's the one that's singing it.
Yeah.
And it's...
I could tell you, I couldn't even tell it was Pink. I was trying to think.
I did, then I lost. But keep going, Dan.
That was probably one thing I really didn't like.
I mean, over these 3 trailers, I really liked the first one. Second one was so-so, and then this one, I liked it. Like, I'm worried if I know too much of the story by now, especially after this one. But that being said, when we talked about the trailer like months and months ago, trying to figure out which episode that was.
Yeah.
But
We weren't excited.
we talked about that, and my problem with the first Alice in Wonderland movie is that half of it, or most of it, felt like something I'd already seen before, and they were retelling. Like they were retelling because she'd already been there, but we're watching her go through exactly the same thing as when she was there the first time. So it's like, you're not giving me anything new except for the massive, action piece at the end, which kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. But this is all different. It's all news to me, even though if it's not following the books as accurate. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I was actually very happy with this trailer. In terms of, and I didn't mind the first couple. It's because it showed something new. The other one, the first one was basically retelling, then maybe a bit of spin with the Hatter and things like that. And I didn't like the animation and all that kind of thing. I actually hated it. But now I'm used to it, so I can look past that whole thing, and it shows you more of the worlds, which is really interesting. Yeah.
I loved the trailer. I was sold with this trailer. I didn't like the first 2. I wasn't even interested in it. I really didn't like it, and it was almost they were retelling the first story again. Well, let's find a glass. She falls down, it just felt, and she's small again. She has to obviously find her way out of that situation again. But this trailer gave a whole other scope to the actual story it's going to be told. And I get what you're saying, might have shown a bit too much, but it got people like me on thinking, alright, I might give this a go. And I like knowing what's going to happen, because I know it's not going to be the same. And the animation, or this, CGI, whatever you call it, obviously it's grown up since the last one. In some way, it's a bit glossier, but and yes, you're right in saying we're used to it way more now.
And I think Alice is going to be a big, more of a focal point, and people hated it. Hated the first one because Mad Hatter was the big character, supposedly,
And selling point.
I
hate that.
Johnny Depp was basically Alice. Yeah. But this one, it seems like Alice is taking a big step forward in terms of the actual movie and the way she's going to go.
She was unknown back then.
Yeah, Australian. Yeah.
Did we? Did a movie like this that made over $1 billion the first time need 3 trailers?
I don't know. But you forget that it made so much money.
Yeah.
It's actually phenomenal that it made that much money.
It was unreal that did, but it was huge because of kids.
It was the first movie after Avatar with the 3D.
The
And
3D.
people were like,
But then, basically, if we had kids, we would go show them. Because we actually saw the previous one when we were in town or something.
Yeah.
So we already knew what Alice
Good
Wonderland
stuff.
what it was.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you bring your kids to it? And that's why it basically went again.
It
will go again.
It has broad reach.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It will go again.
speaking of our interest, what's our interest for this movie? I'm probably going to watch it on Blu-ray or watch it on Netflix.
Probably, yeah.
I'm interested.
I'm interested. Yes. But I highly doubt that I'll see it. I don't know.
Well, it's sneaky, Jennifer. It's sneaky.
If there's nothing else, I'm sure. But I'm not saying it's going to be bad. It's just not,
Yeah.
It's not in our wheelhouse because we're not kids.
We won't be getting a review of that one, probably.
Probably not that one.
So the second trailer we're talk about is the Conjuring 2 trailer. Now, I don't think any of us has actually seen the
I'll
first-
take it, because I've seen it. I've seen Conjuring 1. Yeah, my partner Mikey told me, let's watch this. Alright, and I freaking hate horror movies.
First question before you go.
Yeah.
It's just, this looks like it doesn't. You don't even have to have seen the first
No.
one to be able to.
No, you don't. Which I didn't realise. Until a few seconds in, I've seen the first one. It was hilarious. But whatever. That aside, no, you don't need. There's no overlapping storyline at all with the
That's
first
good
one.
because I was
At all. It could be just the Conjuring again. Because all it is telling this couple who's in touch with supernatural tendencies in the world, and they're loosely based on the real life people of the characters they play. God knows how freaking accurate they are.
Yeah.
But that's the X-Files. You know.
Yeah.
But the first one was really good. It didn't scare me too much, and I don't like horrors that much. But it stood up. It stood up for horror, and it actually was quite a whole story without too many. Oh no, let's ignore that bit. Doesn't make sense. But it was actually quite good. But this one looks even as good. Like it doesn't. It's not like it's going to be amazing, but as a horror film, it looks really good. And I might actually go and see this in the cinema.
What a movie for James Wan to go to after Fast and Furious 7. Fast 7.
Change of
Like-
pace. I don't know.
Because we've known
Literally.
we've known him for his horror. Because he came up with Saw. He came up with Insidious, and then he's going to be directing Aquaman and all this stuff. So it's interesting. He's coming back to this.
He's gone back, yeah.
And we'll talk about it in the next trailer too, because he's producing that one. But I don't know. It seems like he's just got this touch about horror now.
Yeah.
Like he's just the horror guy. He knows how to work it. I remember watching the first trailer for this film, and it didn't really do much for me because the main impact moment of that trailer was just when all the crosses are all
Well, I
and
didn't
the guy
watch it.
and the guy jumps out. Which this is kind of like third of the way through, but then that nun, it was just so creepy.
Creepy.
Oh my god, it was done so well. It's like, how do you do that? And as what's it, Famika?
Whatever.
The actress, she sells it so well too. Like
She's a
turning
great actress.
around and then going and turning.
Yeah.
It's really.
He sells.
It really got me.
He sells predictable horror on a new kind of filter. You know what's going to happen, and you want it to happen, and you want to be scared.
Yeah, there's an ability. I think a lot of there's an ability in horrors to make children really scary.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
most people don't have this ability,
Mm.
and this feels like if you make you fear this child or these 4 kids, it's going to sell, and it's going to be like, shit, I'm scared of a kid,
And I don't think it relied a lot on jump scares
No.
in the film either. Like,
It
The
gave
point-
me goosebumps because this kid.
yeah, like the point where the kid's in the room can't get out, and then the hand takes it.
Yeah,
It's not a jump scare because it doesn't happen that fast.
No.
You see it, but you're like, oh my.
A lot of it's because it's things you see in the trailer are things that you've imagined when you were younger, and what you imagined before, and just over the mouth, just taking, and the child is just screaming for the mum to help her, and she can't help. That's the hopelessness. It's awesome. You're gonna capture that with children on the screen.
There's not many horror films that even get a sequel, and if they do get a sequel, it's a very B-grade sequel, and they've kept everyone. This film looks great, except the director. The director's not the same, is it?
Same
Same director? Wow. Get the director. Which is a good thing.
He's a good director.
He's a good director, but... What's my
He's New Zealand or Australian. Can't remember.
Yeah. But, I think it will do better, and it has potential, because these guys, the real life people that, playing, it's so much material to work with, so they could keep making...
It had
God knows.
great production value. They look
Yeah.
very well done. Not very
I reckon
at all.
it looks like they had more money than the first, but
I haven't seen a horror film. I couldn't tell you when I saw a horror film in
And
cinemas.
cinema. Yeah, I was saying that before.
Yeah, I saw the fourth bloody
Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity. God, that was dreadful.
I haven't seen it, but this open. Oh no!
Seriously,
I mean,
if I can see the first Conjuring first, I'll probably see this at cinemas. If I don't get around to it, I'll probably just wait.
we have a day night, guys.
Yeah.
It's probably open week. Day night. No, it's probably. I've already been asked to go. So I'm probably going to see this one.
Alright, so the last trailer is Lights Out, which has been produced by James Wan. That's why these came out in the same week, because they're at an event. This was actually based off a short film, which they have now decided to turn into a feature length.
It's not Japanese, is it?
And it's funny you say that,
It's
because
in
while I'm
Japanese.
watching this,
Jeez Louise.
I thought the first maybe half of this trailer was so good, as in I was liking it better than the Conjuring 2 trailer. Towards the end, I think it relied a lot on just giving you jump scares constantly.
Playing with the light.
But all the build up was really good before that. What was I going to say? Yeah, you go.
Yeah, I agree with you in terms of the end of the trailer. It seemed like a typical what horror films do. They just turn violent and like they got the victim and it's like it's not scary anymore. And the only thing about horror films is when it's scary is when they haven't got them yet. And that's what they showed you basically. Them fighting them off a little bit at the end of the trailer.
I think. Well, this when you said about the Japanese thing, this gave me a really big thing, and not just because of the hair and that, but it gave me that thing of like The Ring.
The Ring.
Like that kind of unstoppable force that's just going to keep coming
at you.
like, and you can't really escape it.
Did you get? I didn't get that you flick off the switch and she's there, but then she's not there. How does she reach out and do anything to this person?
She hides in the dark. She hides in the dark.
She comes out.
This is the classic horror film taking a normal fear and hyping it to the
It's
extreme.
exactly what we said about Conjuring. Well, I said.
But this is great. I love the premise of this film because it plays with the dark and everyone, and it says in the film, everyone's afraid of the dark.
So a simple fear.
And everyone says they're not afraid of that. People fucking afraid of the dark.
Fucking still afraid.
Because they don't, not in every situation. Not when you turn off the light at night.
She's working for the. You know what she's doing? She's working for the energy companies. She's
Turn off that
keep
light.
your lights on.
Global warming, damn it. No, but I'm excited for this. It looks good. I don't know if it told you too much in the trailer and you kind of get bored. I think that might happen in this film.
I disagree with Daniel that I'm more excited about Conjuring than this one.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, I am too. But I'm saying this trailer was beating the Conjuring for me, and then it just started relying on loud noise, jump scare, loud noise. Like whereas Conjuring.
Text on screen.
Yeah.
But at the end they started to do the actual sound of the switch and it was just like I like that.
Yeah, that's
scary.
I wanted more of that rather than. But then they just like burst you
Screams
with the music and that.
True.
But yeah.
Did you like this? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this with the background with the mother.
Yeah.
Best friend. Is that the girl? You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's setting it up like that. Like I think it's doing, as I said, very ring-like. Like you know where this thing comes from, but how the hell do you stop it? Like that's
Look at all the rings.
it's terrible.
Jesus.
I'm interested.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray for me.
Blu-ray release. Jeez. How many films have I
That'd be
seen?
double header horror.
Yeah, well, I doubt they'd release them so close, but
It's probably the only week we ever have 2 horrors.
yeah, I know. James Wan.
Crazy.
But great, I give him credit. They were great trailers, and actually maybe it was actually scary.
Yeah, I think Saw 7 was the last horror movie I went to see.
Last chapter.
I saw the one with
Actually, I didn't even see that so
with
much.
Baz
I did
and
Saw
Miller.
6.
Eric
Saw 6.
Bana, the devil something.
The Devil
That's pretty
Cartel or
good.
something?
Yeah, something. That was actually. It was okay.
You said it was like,
It was kind of scary because it played with like when you're
Hey,
driving
we saw-
home in the dark. It
We
was
saw
horrible.
a horror last week. Fucking Batman for 3 minutes.
Oh, no. Jesus.
The Batman. We ended up talking about that today. We're like, gee, Ben Affleck did a good job. I really liked him. Yeah, it was alright.
I'm sure this will come up in
It was a stupid.
watch our review if you haven't seen it. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sebastian,
Enjoyable.
for another episode. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.